We've talked about the incredibly stupid things government will tell people after they've badly mismanaged the water supply, such as take showers instead of baths or whatever. This is a new one from the UK though. Save water by deleting emails. Yeah, delete emails. Now, you may be wondering how emails consume water. So is everyone else with more than 2 brain cells to knock together. Here's their chain of, I can't really call it thought, but here goes. Emails are stored on data centers. Data centers use water. So fewer emails... Yeah, I still don't get it. The UK government issued a press release where Helen Wakeham, the Environment Agency's Director of Water and Chair of the National Drought Group, said, quote, "We are grateful to the public for following the restrictions where in place to conserve water in these dry conditions. Simple, everyday choices, such as turning off a tap or deleting old emails, also really helps the collective effort to reduce demand and help preserve the health of our rivers and wildlife." And you can trust her, she's an expert. And they even reiterated the bottom of the page, among things like fixing leaky toilets and taking shorter showers, quote, "Delete old emails and pictures, as data centers require vast amounts of water to cool their systems." Yeah, that's it. That's their entire reasoning. Okay, now let's really think it through. Data centers use water because they're processing things. A lot of things. That generates heat, and that means they need to be cooled, and water is used to cool them. Of course, a lot of pundits like these at 404 Media are using it to take their hits on AI, saying that AI is what's consuming all of this water. Actually, no. Training AI uses a lot of processing power, but once the AI is trained, running it actually doesn't take all that much. That's the whole point of AI. You do a whole lot of processing power now, and everyone can take advantage of it in the future. And so you can do the sum total of everything AI is used for infinitesimal amounts of power compared to what it would take otherwise. Anti-AI pundits don't understand AI? Say it ain't so. But if they were really concerned about it, why don't we see reports on how much water data centers are using to render all of this CGI for the movies? Take it from a CGI artist. Rendering uses a lot of processing power. Yet I looked and I couldn't find a single report about how much, despite all of the screeching about how much AI uses. Yeah, Avatar: The Way of Water would have used a lot of water on the AWS data centers it was rendered on. Yet I looked around and I couldn't find any published reports on how much. But it will be significant. Not just animated movies like the upcoming Toy Story 5, but even CGI-heavy live-action movies like Megan 2.0 or any given superhero movie are going to use a lot. And not just these big VFX extravaganzas. Even dramas such as The Life of Chuck have a greater VFX budget than you might think. So if they're complaining about AI, but not the next Superman movie, you really have to ask yourself why. As if the answer isn't obvious. I mean, if all this is really a problem, why not have the data center coolants double as water purification plants, or even district heating? That's not unheard of. Google's data center in Hamina, Finland, pipes its heat to local homes. And in other places in the world, data centers are used to heat swimming pools and residential hot water. They could turn this into solutions if they really wanted to. Meanwhile, we'll have to put up with idiot governments that can't manage water and idiot environmentalists who don't understand basic chemistry. Last week, we saw experts who thought that water went away forever after it evaporated. This week, we see experts who think that emails use water. What'll it be next?